Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, February 16th. It's the next film series. This is the second time I've tried this, because first time it was on a sideways, like my DVD update. So now I have to kind of test this thing out to find when it's going to decide it wants to be sideways or not. Okay, so I'll just get started on the next film series, and you probably saw what it was, and that of course is the Halloween series. The only one I don't have is number 3, because I think my settlement is shared with a lot of people that the thing sucked. Gonna start off like I did with Psycho with the documentary, and that is Halloween 25 Years of Terror. And the funny thing is, I guess to me, 25 Years of Terror is 2003, and this came out in 2006, and it's like, why didn't you just wait and do this all for the 30th anniversary? It's actually a really good documentary, shows you, like, Psycho, the up and downs with the series. Not a hell of a lot of talk about number 3, which I am not surprised about. A really cool special features on this. Particularly, I love the Michael Myers panel discussion, which is so much fun. And it's also the same as with number 6, which probably if I rewatch number 3, I would like a hell of a lot more. Hell, even half the actors that were in Halloween 6, or Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, hated it. But yeah, this is a really good documentary. Wish it would have been longer, like, of course, Nightmare was, because, like, 90 minutes, like, where does it say? Oh, it probably doesn't say, but yeah, 84 minutes. Okay, that's too short for Halloween. But yeah, if you love the Halloween series, or if you love movie documentaries in general, I definitely recommend this. So that's Halloween 25 Years of Terror. And of course, we start off with Halloween. I really don't have to review this because we all share the same feelings towards this film. We think it's one of the best horror films ever made. It's an homage to Hitchcock's Psycho. Has a great story, great villain. Michael Myers right there. You got Jamie Lee Curtis playing Laurie Strode, who was fantastic. And don't have a picture of him, but Donald Pleasence playing Dr. Sam Loomis. And of course, one of the highlights of this movie, I think all of us can agree, is the bloody score. That little score that John Carpenter did ended up scaring the hell out of everybody. But yeah, I really don't have to say much about this, but it's my 4th favorite horror film ever made, and it's in my top 100, ironically, number 17. That's Halloween. And of course, next up is Halloween 2, which takes place basically right after Halloween 1 ended. And I thought this was a really good sequel. Yes, had more gore in it, because horror movies were starting to go that way. But I really like this one. My little damage. And it has same cast from the first one, directed by Rick Rosenthal, and a new actor or stuntman playing Michael Myers, this time Dick Warlock, who I thought was fantastic, because he did that really slow, methodical walk that scared the shit out of everybody. And it's true, it did. It was just like, whoa. Gave you the creeps. But yeah, not much I can say about this one. It's the same kind of thing as the first film. A lot of people love this movie, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. And like I said, I don't have number 3, but I do have number 4, limited edition tin. And like Halloween 2, this is another great sequel. No Jamie Lee Curtis, but this was the first one where we were introduced to the talented and at then very adorable Danielle Harris, who played Jamie Lloyd, Laurie Strode's daughter, and Michael's attended target. And I also liked Ellie Cornell, who played Rachel. I thought she was adorable. And yeah, this went, like, Mustafa Cod has said in a couple of documentaries when they get to this film that they went back to the basics and stuff. There is gore, but I mean, there's not a lot of it. Pretty damn good score by Alan Worth. I think I got his name here. Nope, he's not on here. Nuts. But he did the score to Halloween 2 and Prince of Darkness with John Carpenter. But yeah, this would rank in like either fourth or third in my favorites in the series. I'll actually do the top ones when I'm done with my reviews. But yeah, a lot of people agree that this is also one of the best in the series and of the sequels. And next up is Halloween 5. Not really much I can say about this one. It's not really that good. Like, I do own it. Like, I give it a 5.5 out of 10. It's not the only time it's like with Star Trek 5, I have to have it because I'm a completist, though I said 2 out of 10 for Halloween 3. Like, am I really gonna buy it? No. But yeah, I hated the way they killed Rachel off. I thought they should have kept her around a little bit longer. I hated the fact that they had to change location. I guess, like they said, the rising costs. But I mean, they totally fucked up the Myers house. I mean, how can you do that? That is, like, just so unbelievably stupid. Sorry, guys, I worked last night. But yeah, it was good to see Danielle Harris play Jamie again, which was cute. Cute? Well, you know what I mean. And I'm still trying to figure out the guy with the silver tip boots. I mean, that was just too weird. Yeah, like I said, the only time I rewatch this is when I'm rewatching the series. It's not really nothing special. And next one up is basically the 3-in-1 pack. I have my Blu-ray with the Curse of Michael Myers, H2O, and Resurrection. Curse of Michael Myers I will really not talk too much about, because I loved that movie when I was 15. And I hadn't seen it in years, and I actually bought it for $3 at the flea market. I watched it, and I was like, I like this piece of shit. Everything was so wrong. I think because I was just becoming a fan, and I wasn't really big on the mythology of Michael Myers, so I'm like with everybody else. Don't give him, say, this is why he's doing it. But then again, Rob Zombie did that, and we kind of forgave him. But what the writer for this movie did was just too fucked up. So, the only semi-redeeming thing is Donald Pleasance was in this, and which was unfortunately his last time, because he passed away not long after filming. And I agree with what they said on the documentary. The series is not the same without him, and I think we can all agree on that. So I'm like a 4 out of 10. Again, with like number 5, I'll only watch this when I'm rewatching the series. Then we got Halloween H2O, which I think took everybody for a turn, because they thought, well, with this and the producer's cut, which way are they going to go? But I think a lot of us were like, thank God they didn't go either way. With the success of Scream, they decided to go that way. And the best part was they brought Jamie Lee Curtis back. So I think we all know the story. 20 years later, she's a, I wouldn't say roaring alcoholic, but she is an alcoholic, and she's still got her demons, and that one in question comes back, and it leads to a pretty damn. I thought the fight should have been longer, but the fact that one scene that everybody remembers is when she's walking up the driveway with the axe in hand, stops and yells, "Michael!" I was like, okay, that's worth it just for that moment. And it's so funny because the ending was completely final, and I was like, yeah, but guaranteed they'll bring him back in a couple of years. And of course, they did. And that, of course, is Halloween Resurrection. Like 6 and 5, I'll only rewatch this when I'm watching the series. I think the only redeeming factor, filmed in Vancouver. And you wouldn't even know it. And the stuntman is played by a Canadian stuntman. But yeah, I can't really say too much about Resurrection, though I do like the concept. Because because at that time, in 2002, there was this awesome show, and Justin Ryan 1988 said he watched it too, and I flipped out when we were talking on Skype, and he mentioned that, because I seriously thought my mother and I were the only two people who knew this show, which was called Scariest Places on Earth, where they hook up the cameras like they do in Resurrection, and people go around haunted houses or asylums or shit like that. And it was a fun little show, and that's what this was. And I'm kind of mad that I actually got rid of my DVD, because it had, like, where you just watch that. You don't watch anything else, you just watch the cameras being worn by the actors. And that was way better than the movie itself. I should have kept that. Maybe I'll rebuy it if I find it cheap at the flea market. So yeah, overall, Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, 4 out of 10. Halloween H2O, 8 out of 10. And Halloween Resurrection, 6 out of 10. So there we go. And of course the last two, which are Rob Zombie's movies, the remake, and Halloween 2, start off with this one. I, like everybody else, was pissed off they were remaking this that didn't deserve to be remade. And I thought, gee, can Rob Zombie, what the fuck is he gonna do? Well, I think we all know what he did. I think this is a good movie. Like, did it deserve to be remade? No. But, I love how, I don't know how I feel about them saying that this is why Michael killed people, because he was an abused child or stuff like that. But I did like that they dug into that part, because I think the kid, him, I've never been able to pronounce his name. I thought he was fantastic as young Michael Myers, and you could believe that he would grow up to be a killer, because he just looks scary. I'm trying to think of what my favorite scene is. I don't really have too many. I think my favorite, and it was the one reason why I really wanted to go see this in the theater, which was seeing Danielle Harris back in a Halloween movie, 20 years after her last one. But I do like the movie. It's better than most of the sequels. I very much agree with that, but, I agree this shouldn't have been made, though I do like Malcolm McDowell as Sam Loomis. He doesn't try to imitate Donald Pleasance, and I really like Scout Taylor Compton as Laurie Strode. She's a cutie as well, so I hope her acting career goes well, because she deserves. I've seen some of the B movies she's been in, and she so deserves better. So yeah, that's Halloween. And of course, Halloween 2, which was a blind buy, and the first time I watched it, I hated it, because it just threw me for a fucking loop. And I was actually gonna do this in a DVD giveaway contest. I was just gonna get rid of it, and then I thought, well, he does do the commentary, and I loved his commentary on House of a Thousand Corpses and Halloween, so I checked it out, and it made the movie a hell of a lot better. Kind of semi-explained some shit, but I think there was just way more confusing shit than anything. And the one thing I probably will never forgive Rob for was killing Annie, Danielle Harris's character. I hated that. He kind of went on my shit list for a while for that. So I love Danielle Harris. I think we can all agree on that. But, and again, I can't really say too much about this. It's not exactly the best. But, like the first movie, or Rob Zombie's first movie, I'd actually watch this more than watch the sequels. So I'm actually at the 14-minute mark, so I will just... So here we go. My least favorite, of course, is Curse of Michael Myers, 4 out of 10. Then it goes number 5, 5.5 out of 10. Then it goes Resurrection, 6 out of 10. And then we go Halloween 2, 7 out of 10. Halloween 7.5 out of 10. And then we go... I'll get that out of the way because I'll show that. Halloween 4, 8 out of 10. And we got Halloween H2O, 8 out of 10. Halloween 2, 8.5 out of 10. And of course, the original, 10 out of 10. So yep, that's my review of the Halloween movies. I hope it's okay. sorry, I have to rush this because I'm closing on 15 minutes. I don't want to do this video again. Don't know when the next, well, you guys know what I'm gonna say, so I'll just say it. Well, actually, I won't. You know what I always say. Do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.